Hello, you beautiful people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Life, live it. And you still know it's a Star Wars and Star Trek thing around here. we talking about Gamepass. Talking about Gamepass here. Yeah, Gamepass is Microsoft ain't no joke with this Gamepass thing. You know, found this article. Actually, there was three of them. You know, talking about the games that are coming out. It says here, Xbox Game Pass is already stacked for the second half of September 2021. So keep stacking it. That's what I say. It says here, Xbox Game Pass is already has a strong September, but there are even more day one games coming to the service in the second half of the month. It says here, Microsoft Xbox Game Pass service has had one of its best year yet, and numerous high-profile games have made their way to the platform. The last couple of months have been especially solid for Xbox Game Pass, with the likes of Microsoft Flight Simulator and Psychonauts 2 joining Xbox Game Pass recently, among a slew of other games. And while there have already been plenty of new games added to Game Pass this month, the second half of September is already looking stacked as well. So they have already been new Xbox Game Pass games for September 2021, but Microsoft likes to release new Xbox Game Pass games in batches. Typically, it will be used the beginning of the month to highlight the games coming to Xbox Game Pass with the next couple of weeks, and then it will do the same thing in the middle of the month, a spotlight on what subscribers can expect. Microsoft has yet to offer its mid-update on Game Pass for September 2021, but even without knowing everything coming to the service, things are already looking stacked. Man, look, Xbox rules this holiday season. That's all I can say. Microsoft Xbox Game Pass strategy is two prongs. One thing it does, it adds older games to the service, like it did when Final Fantasy 13 was recently added to Xbox Game Pass. The other key to it, Xbox Game Pass strategy, is to bolster the lineup with brand new day one Xbox Game Pass releases. This includes every Xbox published game in the pipeline, as well as some third-party titles as well. So while Xbox Game Pass subscribers can't be sure of some of the older games coming to the service in the second half of September, they do know of 5 day one titles, sorry about that, that will be making their debut the same day that they launch. And keep going here. Keep going here. Yeah, this title is this article is no joke. Let me keep going here. Keep going here. Next paragraph says here. Title says day one Xbox Game Pass games still coming in September 2021, and the 5 titles are Skatebird September 16th, Origami 2 September 17th, Sable September 23rd, Luminous Gate September 28th, and Astria Ascending September 30. There are 5 day one Xbox Game Pass games that are still coming for September 2021, starting with Skatebird on September 16th. For those who have not been following Skatebird, it's a quirky indie game that can essentially be described as Tony Hawk with a literal bird as the playable character. Skatebird unique premise has turned plenty of heads since its reveal, and soon Xbox Game Pass subscribers will get to see if the game has been worth the wait. A day later, Xbox Game Pass will get the stealth action game Origami. The first Origami earns somewhat mixed reviews at the time of its release in 2016, but it definitely seems like the sequel is taking things in a more exciting direction. Origami 2 has co-op for one, and it will be much easier for Xbox users to try the game co-op features with their friends, since it will be readily available on Game Pass. Whether or not Origami 2 is able to succeed where the original game failed remains to be seen, but Xbox Game Pass subscribers will find out sooner rather than later. It says, then September 23rd, Xbox Game Pass subscribers can look forward to launch of Sable, sorry about that, which will have a native next-gen Xbox Series X release alongside the Xbox One version. Sable is an open-world game with a unique art style where players take on the role of the titular Sable as she searches for the game world. Sable has been favorably compared to Journey, though it's tough to say if it will live up to the high bar set by award-winning game. Then it says one more of the more unique Xbox Game Pass game coming in the second half of September 2021 is the turn-based first-person shooter Lemonis Gate. Lemonis Gate was originally supposed to be released earlier this summer before its release date was delayed to September 28th, and it will definitely be interesting to see if it was worth the wait. Luminous Gate mind-bending premise is unique enough to ensure that it stands out among not only Xbox Game Pass offering, but the first-person shooter genre as a whole, but it's unclear if it at all comes together in a satisfying way. Xbox Game Pass subscribers can try the game out and decide for themselves. And it says here, and finally September 30th we'll see the release of Austria's Ascending as a day one Xbox Game Pass game. Austria Ascending is a classic style turn-based JRPG with some serious Japanese talent behind it. It should make for a decent adding to the Xbox Game Pass JRPG lineup, and may be especially appreciated by subscribers now that other classic JRPGs have left the service, like Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX. Of course, they're just the day one Xbox Game Pass games that have already been confirmed to be coming to the service. Even more titles will be a part of the lineup. Fans will just have to wait for Microsoft to announce them. In the meantime, games leave Xbox Game Pass 2, and so subscribers should make sure that they play everything they want before those games get removed. Game Pass is good, man. Game Pass is good, and there's benefits to it, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, Microsoft is providing a service, you know, for the Xbox gamers, and you know, Xbox gamers are benefiting from it. You know, whether they're on Xbox Live or Game Pass, Microsoft got their needs covered. Is that they get, you know, they get to play games on day one, just like being on Xbox Live. But on Game Pass, the game is already there, so you just, once you sign into Game Pass, you're good to go. But you know, one thing about, you know, Game Pass, you know, Microsoft did their homework, because I think yesterday I talked about, you know, about Game Pass, and you know, they had a 7-year head start, man. 7-year head start of the competition, you know. So you know, Microsoft, you know, did their homework, man, and you know, Game Pass is a force to be reckoned with. You know, Game Pass is straight up a force to be reckoned with, and Microsoft did their homework. You know, they got their games from Xbox One, I mean from the original Xbox 360, and then they got their Xbox One games still for backwards compatibility. But then you know, that ZeniMax Bethesda deal played a huge role in it too, and you know, they haven't looked back since. So Game Pass is really good, man, and Microsoft is just providing a service to their gamers, man, and their gamers love it. and the Game Pass library is growing. So, they're going to continue to get their games. Microsoft is going to make sure of that. So, games, you get to play the games, but then the games they leave, so they bring in new ones. So, they're doing fine, man. And this is just September, man. October, Game Pass will be getting games again, and then here comes November with the heavy hitters, man. Forza Horizon 5. Whew. Yeah, people waiting for that. Battlefield, COD. Game Pass is just doing their thing. Microsoft got that title Game Pass, so yeah, they got a 7-year head start on the competition, man. So you're you can't make up for lost time, man. They like I said, they weren't even looking at they were looking at the bigger picture with Game Pass, man. They were looking at the bigger picture, and they capitalized on it, and it worked. And a lot of people love Game Pass, man. A lot of people love it, so they're happy with it. And they got their games coming, and these next 4 months, this Game Pass will be getting their games, and people on Xbox Live Gold will be getting their games. So yeah. And not only that, people on Xbox Live get 4 games a month. So Microsoft got people covered, man. They got people covered. Right now, Sony and Nintendo, they're trying to play catch up to Microsoft right now. But Microsoft, steady moving, man. Just keep moving. They are more focused on infrastructure. They don't be sitting there talking about sales and exclusive all day. Like Phil Spencer said, sales ain't the end all be all to video games. So they just work on the infrastructure, man. I mean, they got so much going on within these next 4 months, man, that it's gonna be fun, man. But you know what? Me personally, my eye is still on Scalebound. I'm still thinking about Scalebound, man. Because last night I was sitting there looking up some articles on Scalebound, see if I can find some clues and some hints. You know what would be funny? What would be funny? Like, let's say Scalebound get released right alongside say like Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, Xbox fans would go nuts. They will go berserk if that happens, man. If that would be huge if that happens, man. If you drop Scalebound alongside, say, Starfield, or like alongside, say, Elder Scrolls 6, man, yeah. There's a lot coming down the pipe, man. So yeah, be on the lookout for those games, man. But I do got a feeling that Scalebound is somehow in the works. It's just probably like top secret and nobody ain't saying nothing, so only time will tell, man. But imagine if that happens, man. Scalebound with Starfield or Scalebound with Elder Scrolls 6, man. Yeah. Yeah. Gaming. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box with this article. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Dark side. Go. Peace.